Tanks laid out in here. I'll throw a picture up of my planned layout. Now I got a cardboard template over in this corner, just an idea of how I want everything to sit in here and run all my plumbing and my wiring and everything. I'm gonna make a MDF enclosure with a nice plexiglass top, kind of keep everything contained. Be a very clean setup, very good looking setup. Everything's gonna be wrapped either in suede or this gray speaker material. So you can see I already got the bottom panel made. Made this quite a while ago for my batteries in here. We're also going to redo a box for that, clean that up, and do some storage above it. We need to get some measurements, and we need 35 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut two of these out and get them set in here. Alright, got a couple pieces cut out to the right height, and now we're laying my template on top. Just going to trace it out, and we'll go ahead and cut that out. Got all my end panels fit in here nice. Now I can start making the back panel here. It's going to fill these two voids here and give something for my tanks to mount to. Yeah, so I can mount those up. And then I'm going to make a false floor on the bottom, raised about 1 inch to 2, so I can run all my lines, all my wires and everything will run through there. And as you can see, I did a double sidewall here, so this is what you'll see. In here will be my relays and switches and everything. I'm going to make a door in this, or keep this one removable. So if I ever need to service it, I can just take this out and get to all my wiring back in here, but it's going to be nice and hidden. All my wiring will be nice and hidden in here, so you won't be able to see it. And then I'll make a box to cover this with some little cubbies in here for storage. And that way I can keep all my batteries, my amplifier, fuses and all that stuff in here, hidden out of the way, and won't be cluttering up anywhere else. Be a nice clean look. So that's the idea anyway. We'll see how it all goes together. Main plan is to get this inside box built and laid out so I can figure out the mounting of my tanks and my compressors and all that stuff. Hopefully get it close to what I had envisioned prior to starting. So we'll continue on this and see what we get. So you can see here I took some time. Already got everything figured out as far as where I want everything laid out to sit in the box there. And this is what's going to hold both the tanks in. I'm going to make two of these. The tanks will slide in through these holes, be held in position. It's really all that's going to be holding the tanks in there. These are going to be coated in fiberglass, painted, most likely. There's one. Now we'll go ahead and cut the second one. little tool is pretty awesome. Get you one. Alright. Now that we're done with that, boom. How you like that? Two identical pieces made by hand, ready to be sanded down, clean up these edges, make them look nice. Well, this is what we're about to do. Cut off wheel, air tank, a little bit sketchy, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna take off these brackets that came welded onto the tank. Already finished one, I'll show you that here in a second. We're gonna cut these off, polish them up, and you'll never even notice there was brackets welded to them. So let's show you this other one. Look at that, that's looking sweet, isn't it? Still got a little residue from the tape and dust and everything, but you get a pretty good idea of what it's gonna look like. Those brackets, or those mounts I should say, look pretty cool. I think they'll turn out nice. We'll do some plexiglass over the top of it. See down in there, see all the compressors and everything. Well, let's get this other tank ground down and cleaned up, and then we'll throw it in here. Sending in all my air compressors and air management and all that. Right, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Pretty straightforward. Now the reason I did that, you'll see here in just a few minutes. Cut these, then you can use some pliers to bend them. That way you're not cracking the tank. You're leaving the full weld in place on the tank, and then you'll sand that smooth. This way I can ensure that I don't cut into the tank or nick the tank at all. Don't want to compromise its structural integrity. Just you gotta be super careful because these are up to 250 psi rated. I know the pumps are rated to 250, so it's a lot of pressure. Alright, now as you can see, all that's left is a weld. No nicks on the tank or any damage to that. So we'll keep moving along here. Now I don't know if you can see, but I'm not cutting all the way through that bracket or the weld. I'm using the pliers to make a crack in it, and as you can see, no damage. That's what we want. Now we're going to take a little flap disc. We're going to hit these. Make sure just to focus on nothing but the weld. You don't want to touch either side of it. You don't want to make this the wall of your tank any thinner than it has to be. So make sure you're just doing the weld. The way I like to start is furthest and pull back as I'm going. That way I know I'm just grinding that. If I was to start back here and go forward, you're still going to be grinding flat or grinding into your base metal as you go forward. So I don't know if you can tell what I'm doing there. I'm not staying in one spot, I'm going back and forth. And as soon as this front edge gets low, then I'm going to start moving back and just keep repeating that until you're just barely down your base. It's hard to tell on camera. Once I polish this out though, you won't even be able to tell that it was there. Ooh, she's looking nice. Let's get this other tank thrown in there, huh? Let's see what they both look like. So right now, air compressors and airmen. Wow. This guy. Sit right there. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? Still need to make all my mounts for these guys. Make some pedestals, kind of bring them up. Something like that. And also the inboard one will sit slightly angled. Yeah. Pretty cool. It's coming along, so hopefully we can finish this up this month.
Ride slow so you can see me. Whip bust down on the gang, best believe me. Ride slow so you can see me. Whip bust down on the gang, best believe me.
Ride low in my whip, cruise slow, bang bang this. Ride low in my whip, cruise slow, bang bang this. See me ride, cruising through the hood. See me rolling in my motherfucking low rider.